man. Wow. You did it.
Use the right lane to stay to the right to commercial pickup.
This is gonna be a fun weekend. What a journey has been, man. I feel better than ever. Yeah, this is, the best I've felt probably in my life, man. Yeah. Mentally, physically, just everything. I'm in a great place, man. God is good. The last time that I was here in Vegas, how that person that I was is dead and gone and doesn't exist anymore. And I feel like so many things are brand new again. What better time to come back home? Let's get ready for this shit tomorrow. I'm just a poor Puerto Rican kid from the projects in New York City that had a dream and the balls to chase it. The things that I've had to experience, they all just led me here to moments like today. Growing up in some of the toughest neighborhoods in New York City, teenage mom, single mother, having to witness her struggle and endure unimaginable abuse. I did anything not to be home to see my mom get her ass whooped, every night. And sometimes when you deal with stuff like that, you find family in the street, and that's exactly what happened with me. I found myself in fucked up crowds and doing things that I regret and I'm not proud of. Hurting people for no reason. I think a lot about those times. Especially the last year or so, just my battles with addiction, my battles with my inner demons. When you're sitting in a rehab for 30 days and you stare out the windows because you get a lot of time to think. And one of the things was, how the fuck did I get here? It was my daughter writing her Christmas list right before I went into rehab, and on her Christmas list she asked Santa for Daddy to stop. Her writing her Santa letter saved my life. I'm a superhero to that little girl, and I'm gonna continue being that superhero. I fight for my daughter, I fight for my family, I fight for any and everyone who's out there struggling. I fight for my culture. I fight for my city. I represent a lot. I've always been one to carry a lot on my back, and this is bigger than just wrestling. This is bigger than just me. I represent too much. I represent too many. Especially where I come from, it's important for me to be that guy that people where I come from can say, like, yo, if he did it, I can do it. A lot of people where I come from, they don't have hope. Hope doesn't exist to them. They know one thing, and that's to survive. If they could see someone who looks like them, who comes from where they come from, make it and make something of themselves and chase whatever it is that they want to chase, man, like that's what this is about. It's bigger than just me. Everybody could say, oh, this is just a wrestling storyline or a promo or any of that shit. I can care less, honestly. I know who I am. I'm comfortable in my skin. I know what I represent. I know where I come from. I know what I've been through. And nobody could take that from me. Talk your shit, because that's exactly what it is, shit. I can care less. Watch me work. That's all you could do. Watch me from the sidelines as I do this thing. People are out there playing a character, What you see is what you get. There ain't no fucking character here. You're seeing a straight Boricua player from New York City. That's what you get.
We were at the Palms. We were here hard to kill. It's a few months later. We were here for Rebellion, and a lot of surprises from what I'm told. Well, obviously, I have to make my presence felt and go out there and make a statement, and that's what I'm gonna do. Is it a letdown that I'm not on this year's card? Yes. But at the same time, where do I fit in? And that's kind of where my head's at. Like, all right, if you're not gonna have me on the card when a year before at Rebellion in Toronto at the Rebel, I won the TNA World title from Kushida. So here we are now, not on the marquee. I'm a little pissed off, so that's why I'm kind of reserved today. And I'm a little bit quiet and a little bit more mellow just because I know what I have to do.
Maclin's a grunt, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. 2 tours in Afghanistan with the United States Marine Corps, but at the same time, he is a punishing human being. To see his dedication, his work ethic, his laser-like precision on his goals has been really amazing. I've known him for over a decade. I've followed his career. I've known Steve long enough to know that when he says something, he's gonna do it, whether people get hurt or not.
It's good to know that I have the trust from this place and the company to go out there with a guy that's coming in here that they just signed in Santana, for him to have this moment of coming in here, because I was there once too, coming into a company. Granted, he's coming here at the Palms with a bunch of fans, big build up into their Rebellion, and he's a surprise, and here I was debuting in Nashville with no fans. I'd say we're pretty much both scrappy brawler guys. We have our big moves that we can do here and there, but we know how to scrap and adjust to others, and that's, I think, the longevity of what we're able to do. I was in a tag team for so long, he was in a tag team, and then here you are as a single star, and you have to kind of reinvent yourself a little bit, but still take from the old and what you were doing before. So I think our styles mesh pretty well, and we've never actually touched before too, which I'm pretty excited for this. We've met a few times.
Mike Santana is full of untapped potential. He has something to prove as a human being. He's been very public on social media about prioritizing his sobriety, which I think is just unbelievable. But he's also changed his body, the way he performs as an athlete. He wants to stand alone as a singles wrestler. And to do it here in TNA, it feels like a homecoming.
Seeing him coming in here just with a clear head, and for what he's gone through the past couple years of getting to where he needs his head to be to get into this game and really motivate himself. Even his physical appearance, he's changed on his own. He's really put a lot to his body and working on that. And that's one of those things, as a guy that wants to be a top talent, you have to do. You're doing the hard work when nobody's looking, and he's doing that exactly, and so am I. Obviously, a lot of people on this roster do that, and I think that shows with the talent as we come out the curtain. You know who cares the most, or who's putting the effort in, or trying to be better and to be that guy, and especially be a name here in TNA. You want to be on the marquee. You want to have your on the billboard here in Casino. You want to be on that digital screen showcasing for TNA as a representative, and I think that's the one thing of going into this for the both of us. I think that's what we're both fighting for. We have that hunger and that underdog story no matter what we do in our own head, and wrestling with that chip on our shoulder. And I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty big chip on his shoulder just like I do.
Mike's a badass Puerto Rican that will kick your ass. Like, that's not a character. That's who the guy is. You know, like he's a very confident, very driven person, and that comes across in his character. But like Mike Santana is a badass Puerto Rican son of a bitch that will kick your ass. So it's like, I'm sure he amps that up for his presentation on television. But, it's been said thousands of times that the best characters are the extension of your personality, just amped up, maybe with the volume turned up a little bit. But there's not a lot of separation between Santana, the wrestler, and Mike Santana, the man.
I went through hell to get here, man. And I wouldn't have had it any other way. I feel like, again, sometimes you need to go through the mud to get to the glory. So this is my new vest. And of course, always representing my culture, my Puerto Rican roots. I'm gonna be straight up about it. I'm not here to be comfortable. I'm not here to coast. I'm here to be the fucking guy. Anybody in the company that may take offense, take offense. I can care less. I'm here to be the guy. Today's the first day of the rest of my career. Hi, Mama. Bobby's on his way to the arena. I will. Love you, Mama.
Love you too.
Well, like I said, that little girl saved my life. I owe her everything. If you're coasting and you're comfortable in your spot, good, because I'm gonna knock you down. That's as real as it's gonna get. Fortunately, God has blessed me with this ability to suffer in this life and keep pushing forward. It's gonna be a wild ride. I hope TNA is ready.
Just hang tight right here. I'll take you where you need to be.
Gotcha, thank you.
It's bad enough being backstage and waiting to go out and wrestle. When you're by yourself and you're alone with your thoughts and it's something like a big comeback, you can't wait. You feel like you're gonna explode.
You excited?
Oh yeah, ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Been stuck in a hotel room for hours. Let's do it.
You're going over what you're gonna do in your head, what you're gonna say, all that. It weighs on you, you know, it weighs on you.
How are you? Good to see you. This is my father. I lost him January 1st, 2020. He was my biggest cheerleader. That's what this regulator thing is. That's a tribute to him. So I know he's gonna be watching tonight.
When you lose a parent, especially one you have a very close relationship with, there's a light that goes out and it never really gets turned on. You think about the good times, but you know, your world's always gonna be just a little bit darker. That affects you and it can change a man. And I think it changed Mike, but ultimately I think it changed him for the better. I think that lit that fire inside of him that, like, you know, time waits for no one. And, you know, he has a lot to prove personally and professionally.
There's something about this moment, this pay-per-view, it's a big deal. I feel like everybody was waiting for me to come back and make my way back home, so it's cool.
I used to hate the expression of stealing the show, but there's a way to steal a show without doing way more than you need to that'll take away from the main event and other matches. And no matter what I do, I always try to create a moment or create a type of match that I know that people remember and talk about most.
He's a fighter. He's a former world champ. He takes this very serious the same way that I do. I like that he represents himself, and I've seen him have bloodbaths. I know that he's not coming to play, and neither am I, so that just sets the tone right away.
So if we're here tonight in Rebellion, for us to go out there, for him to get the hopeful pop that he's gonna get, which I assume he's going to just because of the surprise, it's gonna be pretty cool to just kind of flow off of that. We have to go out there and deliver and give one of the best matches on the card, and I do plan to steal the show like I always do, just like I did at the last pay-per-view with me and Nemeth. I knew whether I was winning or losing, no matter what, I was gonna come out stronger, I was gonna come out more confident, and more people were talking about me after that, especially with our Merce documentary, especially with this documentary here. We're gonna be talking about this, and Santana and me.
3/4 each side, and then headshots. Do tests here.
Anybody that knows me and has seen me work and that has followed my career knows that I have one speed. I'm going. When you see your name next to mine, you better be fucking ready to come to work. And I'm gonna dish out an ass whipping the same way that I'm gonna expect one in return. Like I said, Steve is the perfect opponent because I know he's gonna bring the same exact fire, the same exact intensity, the same exact fight that I'm bringing.
When your moment, bro. When Santino goes, I'm gonna start walking with you.
Thank you.
Here I am again, a focal point in someone else's story, just like I was in Nemeth's story, whether it was my story or his story. That's where we are, and it's this match that I think is gonna steal the show.
Steve Maclin did say that he would, quote, make his presence felt at Rebellion, whether or not he was on the marquee.
I hope he understands that he knows exactly what I'm coming here to do. And if he doesn't, tonight he's gonna find out real quick. All the respect in the world to him and what he's done, I take nothing away from him. He's absolutely right when people talk about it's gonna be a war, that we're gonna, no. This guy has seen it, he's lived it. I might not have worn fatigues, but I've dealt with a war in the street. The same way he has seen people get shot, I've been through the same thing.
Ready?
I just literally moments ago signed another contract with a new superstar.
The closer you get to the match, it's hard to explain, but it's like a flame in your stomach. Once that entrance happens, I'm breathing fire. When I come out, I yell so loud because it's like letting all that out. And it's the greatest feeling in the world. We're very similar in that aspect of like, we've both dealt with wars in our own different ways. And I think that's what makes this fight so special. We've both seen some shit. And we both hold a lot of things on the inside that are just scratching and clawing to get out. And this is our way of letting that out. There couldn't have been a more perfect opponent for me to come in here with than with Maclin. A lot of people are like, oh, why you gotta go so hard? Why not? I've given everything to this. I'm gonna go as hard as I fucking want to. Pain is the realest thing that you're ever gonna go through in your life. When I'm out there, I think of every fucking thing that I've been through to get to where I'm at.
Not today, sucker.
So I inflict that same suffering and that pain onto whoever I'm in there with. I want you to feel exactly where I come from. Coming up in the hoods that I've grew up in, there was one thing you had to do to get your respect, and that's fight. Anything that I've done in my career, anything I've done in my life, anything that I've achieved, I've had to fight for it. I enjoy it because it just reminds me of what I've done my entire life, and that's fight.
Come on, man.
Is it all right?
Yes.
Back here. All right. Ace up. You gotta do that.
No, it's not displaced. Lean back, lean back.
Breathing feels fine.
Yep. This is iodine. Wipe it once with iodine. Cut on your nose, and then wipe it with this. Okay? All right.
It's not ballet. Well, actually, ballet is pretty fucking tough, too. New guy comes in, Santana. I wanted to fight, so I got what I wanted, right? I just didn't deliver on my end. What do you think's next?
That felt good. I felt this way about wrestling in a long time.
But honestly, when was the last time you had like TV fucking pay-per-view go match? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it was fucking awesome.
yeah.
You look great when you hit your pose, dude. All your fucking abs popped out. It was an awesome moment. I was really happy. I was proud for you. You worked your ass off.
I went through a lot of shit, man.
You feeling good?
Oh yeah, I feel amazing. Macklin's a fucking pro. He's fucking top of the line. That's why, like, once I realized I was working with Maclin, I was like, oh, It's gonna be fucking perfect, you know. I've seen his stuff. He's a pro. He's ready to go.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great to be put in situations like this where guys coming in and they know that they can trust me and put in a situation where I make them look good, still make myself look good, and we both come out strong in the end. Yeah, but I've done that so many fucking times. I've done it so much in my career. There comes a point when you start to get sick of it and then you question, all right, am I really that damn good? What's gonna get me out of this spot where it's me getting put with the new guy coming in, or this star is getting a rise here and you've been there already, now we have to put you there. What do I have to do other than going out and showing out? This shit hurts. There's nothing around this. People want to say this about pro wrestling, and no, it hurts. Everything we do, every time we step through that friggin', you know, why even explain myself? Why? You're not gonna get it. Just the same exact thing as me being in the Marine Corps, going to deployment, you're never gonna understand it. So why explain it?
I'd be honest when I say that I felt better tonight than I did coming back after wrestling in front of 80,000 people. I'll say it again, this was the first day of the rest of my life and the rest of my career. I had my grandmother in the crowd, had my aunt, my uncle, my daughter, her mother watching at home. We're not owed anything in this business, we're not owed anything. But it feels good when you put in the work and you get the results. We're just starting. I've been wrestling 15 years. And I feel like today is day one. I'm excited. I'm thankful. And this is me being real. Everybody that has stood by me, everybody that has supported me, everybody that's helped me get back to what I love to do. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. All the mentors, all the people that have pushed me. My family, my daughter, like I said, saved my life. If it wasn't for her writing that Christmas list, I don't think I would be here. I'm thankful. Mind if I get some time?
Santana was good. Hey, y'all, step born nasty. The rotten apple don't fall far from the wicked tree. Put depression out of misery. It lives in me, but I fight cause the light at the end of the tunnel will deliver peace. Be the epitome.